Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to spend a little time with me. I always appreciate that, guys. And I got a quick video here for you, basically explaining to you exactly how the sliders work in Madden Football currently, just to give you guys a heads up on how it works for some of you slider gurus. Some of you guys have probably already figured this out, but as well as some of us guys, that tinker around with the sliders, to try to get the best experience and, give you a head up and, get you pointed in the right direction going into Madden 17. Now, there's two things that you definitely need to know that's very important about the sliders. And then after that, I would explain to you how I would prefer for them to work going forward. Now, basically, guys, number one, the first thing you need to know is basically sliders increase and decrease the dice roll, so to speak. So what I mean by that, if you turn catching up to 100, then basically 100% of the time, you're more than likely going to win the ability to make that catch. If you turn it down, obviously you're going to have less chance to make the catch, so you'll see more drops. All right, so it's pretty self-explanatory, but I don't know if everyone really knows that, because we always are trying to adjust sliders to try to get better play based on ratings. It's not directly connected to ratings, which is something I'll speak to in just a moment. So that's, number one. Like I said, it really basically increases or decreases the dice roll effect as far as, winning the scenario or losing the scenario or what have you. The second thing you need to know, a lot of times people ask, and I've asked this question myself and I've gotten the answer now, what is the difference between player skill and the CPU skill? Because my thinking was, I'm only controlling one player at a time. So in essence, everyone is a CPU player. That's what I thought, right? Now here's the answer. Basically, the player skill affects your team. So whatever you have those sliders set to, that affects your team. And then the CPU skill is any other, CPU opponent in their team, right? So if you have pass coverage at 20 for yourself, then that's how your guys are going to perform, even your CPU players. All right. And, I've had the opportunity to speak to some of the engineers, on the Madden team, and I've gotten this explanation. And I thought it was very important for me to at least make a quick video to explain that to you guys, just so you know. All right. So let's go over it again. Number one, it basically increases or decreases the dice roll effect. Just like it says here, this slider adjusts how effective tackling is. And you notice if you turn that down to 0, you're going to see all types of broken tackles. The next thing would be CPU skill adjusts how successful the CPU is in all aspects of the game, meaning your CPU opponent. All right, not your CPU players. Your CPU players will be based off of how you set the player skill slider. All right, now this is where I want to see it go in the future. I think sliders need to dictate effort. That's what it needs to do. It needs to play more to effort and still allow like ratings and things like that to be more of the factor. And this is what I'm trying to say. If I turn a slider up to 100, let's say I turn it up to 100 blocking, my dream would be it's measured on effort. So that means 100% of the time my guys are going to attempt to block. And keyword attempt. That means they're going to do whatever they can do to try to make the block, try to make the play, try to get in the right position. They may over try and get a penalty because you have them putting up that much effort. Same thing with pass coverage. If I turn it to 100, that means these guys are going to be doing what they can to the best of their ability to cover the pass. All right. I need it to be more linked that way to effort and allow ratings and physics and things like that dictate the outcome. I don't really like the way it's set up now, but this is how it is. We got to deal with that. And this is stuff I've communicated to Rex and the other guys like that. So we'll see what may happen, in years to come. But wanted to explain that, guys, as well as give you my idea again. I would like for it to be more effort based and not directly connected to how they're going to perform. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I got for you guys. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments, hit that like button. Peace. Once again, guys, thanks for coming by. And if you want to interact with me live, head on over to Sim Standard Radio every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, along with Smitty and Azure Effect. The call-in number for the show is down in the description. Now, of course, for more content, go ahead and click the link above. And before you go, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys. Until next time, Lights out.